This video is about Sonatas and Interludes by John Cage. I will explain the most important things about the work and the composer. John Cage composed the Sonatas and Interludes between 1946 and 1948. The work was created at a time when Cage was intensively studying Indian philosophy and music. He was particularly fascinated by the idea of rasa, the 9 basic emotional states in Indian aesthetics. Cage wanted to express these emotions in his music. The piece was written for a prepared piano, an invention of Cage's in which various objects are placed between the piano strings. The Sonatas and Interludes consist of 16 sonatas and 4 interludes. The sonatas are arranged in 4 groups of 4 pieces, separated by the interludes. Each sonata has a different structure and length. Some follow traditional forms, while others are more freely composed. The interludes serve as transitions between the sonata groups. The entire work lasts about 70 minutes to perform. For the sonatas and interludes, Cage used a prepared piano. He placed screws, bolts, erasers, and other objects between the instrument's strings. This drastically changed the sound of the piano. Percussive, bell-like and exotic sounds were created. Cage provided precise instructions for the preparation in order to achieve the desired timbres. This technique greatly expanded the piano's tonal possibilities. Indian philosophy played an important role in the composition of the sonatas and interludes. Cage attempted to musically represent the 9 rasas or emotional states. These include emotions such as love, joy, anger, sadness, and fear. Cage assigned specific emotional states to each piece. He strove to convey these emotions through sound, rhythm, and structure. The sonatas and interludes are characterized by a unique musical language. Cage used complex rhythmic structures and unusual sound combinations. The music often sounds meditative and hypnotic. Cage experimented with silence and noise as musical elements. He also used random operations in the composition, a technique that he later developed further. The complete premiere of the Sonatas and Interludes took place on January 12, 1949 at Carnegie Hall in New York. Mauro Agemian played the work on a prepared piano. The performance was well received by critics and audiences alike. Many were fascinated by the unusual sounds and meditative atmosphere. The work established Cage as an important contemporary composer. The Sonatas and Interludes marked an important turning point in Cage's career. The work brought him international recognition and established him as a leading avant-garde composer. It demonstrated Cage's ability to translate complex philosophical ideas into music. The Sonatas and Interludes also influenced Cage's later works. They laid the foundation for his experiments with chance and indeterminacy in music. The Sonatas and Interludes had a major influence on the development of contemporary music. They inspired many composers to experiment with new timbres and instrument preparations. The work helped to expand the boundaries of what was considered music. It also influenced the development of experimental and electronic music. The Sonatas and Interludes are still regularly performed today. The preparation of the piano presents particular challenges. Pianists must follow Cage's precise instructions to produce the correct sounds. Some performers experiment with different preparation methods. The work is often played in contemporary music concerts and is part of the repertoire of many new music ensembles.